How to fix lobby and skin inspection, freezing in Counter-Strike 2. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling a highly frustrating performance issue in Counter-Strike 2, where the game freezes exclusively in the main menu and during skin inspections. Our diagnostics revealed that while active gameplay remains completely smooth, navigating the lobby, opening the buy menu, or pressing the escape and tab keys causes severe stuttering. Interestingly, our testing showed that this freezing is frequently triggered simply by moving the mouse across the user interface. During our investigation, Teknobalta's technical team systematically tested every variable to find the exact root cause of this anomaly. We have compiled a comprehensive, step-by-step diagnostic guide to completely eliminate this interface freezing. Let us dive into the solutions. Step 1. Execute the optimal console commands. Our analysis revealed that capping the internal user interface rendering frames is the most definitive fix for this specific problem. Open your Counter-Strike 2 developer console and input the following parameters exactly as shown. Type FPS maxtools 120, then FPS maxui 120, and finally mobile fslimit 30. Press Enter after each command to lock the menu frame rates and stabilize the engine. Step 2. Verify integrity of game files. Corrupted internal engine files can easily disrupt the skin inspection rendering pipeline. Open your Steam library, right-click on Counter-Strike 2, and navigate to the Properties menu. Select the Installed Files tab and click on the option to verify the integrity of game files. Wait for the validation process to complete and replace any missing data before launching the game. Step 3. Purge the LocalLow DirectX cache. Stale shader caches are a notorious culprit for interface stuttering. Press the Windows key and R simultaneously, type app data, and navigate to the LocalLow folder. Open the NVIDIA directory, locate the DX cache folder, and delete all of its contents. If Windows warns that some files are in use by another program, simply skip those specific files and clear the rest. Step 4. Clear Windows DirectX shader cache. In addition to the local application cache, the primary Windows cache must be purged. Open your Windows search bar, type Disk Cleanup, and select your primary operating system drive. Scroll through the list of files to delete, check only the DirectX shader cache option, and execute the cleanup process. Step 5. Perform a clean driver installation using the automatic operating system updates can sometimes install conflicting display drivers in the background. Teknobalta recommends downloading the Display Driver Uninstaller utility to completely wipe your current NVIDIA or AMD drivers. Boot into safe mode, run the uninstaller, and perform a fresh installation of the latest official graphics drivers. Step 6. Adjust peripheral polling rates. High-frequency peripherals can overwhelm the CPU during menu rendering. If you are using a mouse with a high polling rate, such as 8000 Hz, it can cause severe lag when moving the cursor in the lobby. Open your peripheral management software and reduce the polling rate to 1000, 500, or even 125 Hz to test for stability. Step 7. Enable raw input processing. Bypassing Windows cursor acceleration can sometimes resolve input-based UI freezing. Navigate to your Counter-Strike 2 internal settings menu and locate the mouse configuration tab. Find the raw input option and ensure it is fully enabled to allow the engine direct communication with your device. Step 8. Diagnose system drive health. Underlying storage bottlenecks will aggressively impact texture streaming during skin inspections. We strongly suggest running a comprehensive diagnostic check on your solid-state drive or hard drive. Use tools like Crystal Disk Info or the built-in Windows Error Checking utility to ensure your storage sectors are perfectly healthy. Step 9. Roll back problematic Windows updates. Sometimes, an overnight Windows update can corrupt vital system files like the srttrail executable, leading to blue screens and application instability. If your interface freezing began immediately following a system update, consider rolling back to a previous restore point. Navigate to the Windows recovery environment and uninstall the most recent quality update. Step 10. Disable full-screen optimizations. Windows attempts to optimize full-screen applications, but this can severely interfere with the Source 2 engine. Right-click on your Counter-Strike 2 executable file and open the Properties menu. Navigate to the Compatibility tab and check the box labeled Disable Full-Screen Optimizations. Apply the changes to ensure the game has absolute control over screen rendering. Step 11. Run the game as administrator. Insufficient system privileges can block Counter-Strike 2 from writing to its own temporary interface cache. While still in the Compatibility tab of the executable properties, check the box to run this program as an administrator. This guarantees the engine has unfettered access to necessary system memory resources. Step 12. Disable the Steam in-game overlay. The Steam overlay injects an additional rendering layer over the game, which can conflict with the skin inspection UI. Open your Steam settings, navigate to the In-Game tab, and toggle off the Enable the Steam overlay while in-game option. This reduces background processing and frees up interface rendering threads. Step 13. Clear Steam download cache. Corrupted Steam download data can cause backend synchronization issues when loading your inventory. Open Steam settings, click on the Downloads tab, and select Clear Download Cache. You will be required to log back into your Steam account, but this effectively flushes stalled inventory data. Step 14. Deactivate Windows Game Mode. While designed to improve performance, Windows Game Mode can sometimes misallocate CPU resources during menu navigation. Open your Windows settings, navigate to the Gaming section, and select Game Mode. Toggle the switch to off and restart your computer to apply the resource allocation changes. Step 15. Enable High Performance Power Plan. Power-saving protocols will actively downclock your processor during seemingly low-intensity tasks, like sitting in a lobby. Open the Windows Control Panel, navigate to Power Options, and select the High Performance or Ultimate Performance Power Plan. This forces your hardware to maintain maximum clock speeds at all times. Step 16. Configure NVIDIA Power Management. Similar to Windows Power Plans, your graphics card has its own energy-saving protocols. Open the NVIDIA Control Panel and navigate to Manage 3D Settings. Scroll down to Power Management Mode and change it from Normal to Prefer Maximum Performance to prevent downclocking in the menu. Step 17. Toggle Hardware Accelerated GPU Scheduling. Hardware Accelerated GPU Scheduling shifts rendering prioritization, which can yield mixed results in Counter-Strike 2. Open Windows Graphics Settings and find the Hardware Accelerated GPU Scheduling toggle. If it is currently on, turn it off or vice versa, and reboot your machine to test the impact on UI stability. Step 18. Update Motherboard Chipset Drivers. Outdated motherboard chipset drivers can throttle the communication bandwidth between your processor and graphics card. Visit the official website of your motherboard manufacturer and download the latest chipset utility. Installing this ensures that USB polling data and graphics rendering requests travel without artificial latency. Step 19. Disable background overlay software. Third-party applications utilizing screen overlays frequently clash with UI rendering calls. During our testing, we verified that applications like Discord, GeForce Experience, or hardware monitoring tools can induce menu stuttering. Completely close these programs from your system tray to rule out software conflicts. Step 20. Disconnect unnecessary USB devices. Sometimes, the system interrupt controller becomes overwhelmed by too many active USB polling requests. Unplug every non-essential USB device, including controllers, external drives, and webcams, leaving only your primary mouse and keyboard. This isolates the peripheral input chain and heavily reduces system interrupt latency. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.